loud in the Henny, yeah, you got me going. Number one fan, you loving on my songs. Loud in the Henny, yeah, you got me going. Number one fan, you loving on my songs. She gon' come my way, she gon' ride away. Pull up in the rain, she gon' ride away. Baby, come my way, she gon' ride away. Pull up in the rain. Baby girl, you gon' really ride my wave. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting paid. Drinking Hennessy, I'm feeling faded. Girls twerking nuts, I feel like I made it. Got the lean, double cup, I'm moving slow. Twerk your ass down to the floor. Getting money, you see me with bands. I just keep counting this money, all I keep is Benjamins. I spill some money on my jeans, I'm about to fall out. Take your girl at the party on my floor style. Diamonds on my watch, diamonds on my earrings, VVS in my chain, that's a real thing. I don't wanna flex, I just wanna be real. I don't wanna deal, cause some of these niggas will squeal. I never switch on any of my fucking niggas, dog. I just pray I make it in this game without a loss. The loud and the Henny, yeah, you got me going. Number one fan, you loving on my songs. The loud and the Henny, yeah, you got me going. Number one fan, you loving on my songs. She gon' come my way, she gon' ride away. Pull up in the rain, she gon' ride away. Baby, come my way, she gon' ride away. Pull up in the rain. No, I got the backwoods for the loud. I got the Henny, baby, yeah, it's going down. Tell me, have you felt a vibe like this? Take a sip, smoke it up, and let's get lit. Baby girl, do you notice me? I'ma sing to you, girl, like your dessert. Too many cups, it got me woozy. Shorty, can we take it to the cruiser? Got the loud and the Henny, baby, you and me. Don't know if we together, baby, let's sit. I'm tryna get this money, won't you come with me? In the Louis store where they bury me. Yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah.
Yes, Linda.
What up? That was hot. Hey, y'all.
Listen, that was fire. That was Luffy D.
I hear him. Go
Loud and Henny, that was. This is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it's Misha, Miss Hotspot. We in the building. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, we do.
We have the most fabulous, sexy Jaeamour.
Jaeamour.
No, you got to do that again.
Wait, I got to do that again?
You got to do that again.
Say my name now.
You got to do that again. Ow. You have the incomparable.
There you go.
Designs extraordinaire. Fashion guru, Mr. Tipster himself, and he's 6'8" and he's fine as hell. Listen, Linda. Woo! Mr. Who?
Jaeamour.
Yeah.
I love when y'all say my name.
Yes.
Mr. Jaeamour. And we have
to my right.
Look at the Mr. Light Skin Wonder.
Mr. Lighter than me.
Listen, the rap extraordinaire.
The legendary.
Am I legend?
The battle.
Listen.
Phenomenal. Okay? Phenomenon.
He's so humble.
Mr. Scopes.
I'm gonna live up to all this shit. What's up?
We are so excited to have y'all here tonight to talk about this topic. I wanted to have men on the panel because it's not fair for ladies just to be chiming in on this topic without actually getting it from a man's point of view.
Absolutely.
All of mercy.
So listen, we're about to go in and get this conversation rolling. So the topic of today is, can a man claim assault or domestic violence? So I wanted to go into some topics, to some statistics. So I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but a male is assaulted every 14.6 seconds.
Shut the hell up.
Why
you gotta laugh though?
That's bullshit.
They say and it's not. And
why it gotta be funny though?
So by a woman.
It says by a woman. It's
every 14.6.
Every 14.6, and they do this off of the amount of people that are reportedly being assaulted or in domestic disputes with their spouses or partner in the country. So I hate him so much. So
this is not even be a funny. It's not supposed to be a funny.
But this is good because this is probably
this
a lot
serious.
of people.
A lot of people. It's probably men.
Have the same response.
And it's probably men. It's from both aspects. It's going to be men that are sensitive about this subject because they have been in those situations,
right?
And then there's going to be people like, "Bruh, that ain't real." So it's gonna be both. And I wanted to, because we had a debate in Curvilinear Radio on our group on Facebook about this particular issue, and me and Scopes and a couple of other gentlemen got into it came from a video. The video, and I'm going to tell y'all how the video laid out, and then I'll let y'all go in on how y'all feel. But I first wanted to give y'all some male statistics when they say when they come up with these numbers in these seconds that this happens. So they're saying that over 20 people per minute are physically abused by any intimate partner in the United States. During 1 year, this equivalent to more than 10 million women and men. So they say for men-wise, 1 in 4 men have been victims of some form of physical violence. Wow. 1 in 7 men have been victims of severe physical violence, and 1 in 8 men have been stalked by an intimate partner during their lifetime.
I believe it.
Last number is probably higher. Yeah.
The last one was 1 in 18 men.
It was 1 in 18.
Sorry, it's 1 in 18. I'm sorry if I said 8. 1 out because I was going in order. 1 in 18 men are stalked. I
1 in 18 men have reported.
Been reported.
Now that I can believe.
On a typical day, there are more than 20,000 phone calls placed to domestic violent hotlines nationwide. So I wanted to, before we go and
see, my question
this is between 18
domestic violence stuff.
So dudes be calling these numbers too?
Yeah, men and women call these lines. And domestic violence is when someone assaults you in an intimate setting. So if me and Scopes are in a relationship and we get into an argument and I hit him, that's me causing a domestic. I'm assaulting him. That's the domestic violence. If I'm hitting him,
I guess you could say I've beaten him before. I've definitely laid my hands.
I've also been in those situations where I have been violent with my ex-husband.
So they just said an intimate setting to make it sound spicy, just as long as y'all two is together.
Right, as long as you know the person, it's considered domestic violence. It's a domestic dispute. If y'all actually know each other, it's assault.
Oh, okay.
So when it comes to this topic, the reason why I wanted to go to this is because the video was placed up that a young lady was at it looks like it was a block party or some kind of event outside. Yeah. The young lady she did look intoxicated, and she is in this man's face. Mm-hmm. Clapping her hands, pushing his head, pushing his face, and I respect man because it at least was what was recorded was at least 3 to 5 minutes of this,
which is long enough.
Too long,
way too long.
So listen,
that's a long time.
And
that's a long time.
I'm just trying to give y'all a full scenario. Mm-hmm. He is moving around.
Yeah,
he is trying to get in the way, and she is following him. So that is a form of stalking. If I'm over here leaving and you're following me, what are you doing? There's no need for you to follow. So again, she keeps listen. I told you she already mugged him. She just slapped him. She didn't pushed his chest for this, and she's in his face clapping her hands, and he is at least. From what I can see from the video, I would think that he's probably like 6'2". She looked like she's shorter. She was shorter. He's a big dude. She's littler than him, at least chest height. So I'm thinking maybe about 5'6", 5'7" in height range. Okay,
so she like a mouse to an elephant.
And she's smaller. She's not a thick woman. She's not curvy. She is a medium-sized chick, but he does have weight on him. So finally, he gets enough of this, and he does pick her up, sumo style, and body slams her.
I mean,
he doesn't stop there. Let me continue.
Yeah, I seen it.
He does not stop there. He pulls her hair, and they're really like a tussle was going on with her like a rag doll. She finally gets up because they break it up. So my standpoint of this is I do not agree at whatsoever at all. Any woman has the right to be in a man's face. I agree with that, especially when it comes to you're provoking him. You're in his personal space, knowing that there's an opportunity for you because you're heated to either hit him or something is going to happen. So do not be surprised if you put your hand on a man that he doesn't hit you back.
Right.
Please do not be surprised. Be prepared for it.
You big enough to hit.
My thing is, this is where I come from, Scott. Before you go in, because I know you about to go in on it, baby. So my feeling for this is, I do believe wholeheartedly, you as a man, you as a person, you as a human being, you have the right to defend yourself. If someone is hitting you, you have that right.
Right.
But for me, I feel like as a man is way stronger than a woman. I feel a good slap, a good push, a good body slam, a good pin down is fine. I feel like it's excessive when a man continuously hits a woman. Like I just seen men go from I ain't gonna hit you, I ain't gonna hit you, to oh, I'm about to beat you up like a dude. Boom, boom, boom. 3-piecing her, and she out cold. To me, I feel like that's excessive. That's where I swear I do feel like if a man closed fist, if I slap you open fist and you hit me open fist, that's tit for tat. I deserve that.
Right.
But if I close fist hand you in your face,
like you a nigga,
and then you close
a dude,
fist me
another
back,
man,
one punch. Your punch, especially if you're coming from a real man's point, is enough to knock her whole wind off.
Right.
To me, some women. So if she keeps coming back towards you, yes, I do feel like you should keep going.
Now let me tell you what I seen in the video.
Okay, go ahead, boo.
One, he didn't slam her.
He did too. Pick her up. Did he not?
No, he tossed her.
She got tossed her.
She got tossed by the punch. you failed to say that she got closed fist hit. You know what I'm saying?
She did.
She was slapping that nigga for 2 minutes. He walked away and he told her to keep her hands off of him.
I couldn't listen to the video, but I do know he was moving.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Her hands to herself. She got in the nigga's face and hit his nose or something, and that was the last straw. And he threw a right hand and caught her shit, but he followed through, so it looked like he mugged her at the same time, and her ass went flying. It wasn't no slam. She got punched in her shit. The point though is how many minutes or how long is this supposed to go on before a nigga just get fed up? He's human, whether he's a big nigga, small nigga, whatever.
I agree.
How many times do you get hit in your grill before you be like, you know, whatever happens, happens? That's
yeah, because you can only hit me once.
Right.
You think that a nigga should dissect it and hit you back the way you hit him when it's going to be just a reaction.
Right.
You're going to get hit. It doesn't matter how you got hit. Your ass shouldn't have tried to get hit.
Right.
Hitting a nigga for 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I think if you...
So he was to get his 2 minutes back?
Nah, hell no. I'm saying that
I'm just asking.
The reaction is not going to be thought about. If a nigga obviously don't want to hit you if he allow you to hit him for 2 minutes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's not really a nigga that normally would slap you, because women beaters will whoop your ass for talking crazy to him. Like you don't even gotta hit them. They just gonna hit you. So he wasn't even looking for the conflict.
Right.
He got fed up and then he reacted. I mean, it doesn't matter the size of the person. You gonna get fucked up if you keep asking for it. You know what I mean? So that was my whole thing. Like he was definitely like on the defensive.
Yeah.
He really wasn't on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nah, that's a little different.
Did he call the police?
No, we don't know that portion. We don't know that portion.
It looked like a big old block.
It looked like it was in the neighborhood in the block.
Yeah, it looked like some people knew each other and everything, because they was trying to get him to chill. You know what I mean? And he was like, I'm chilling. Like, he trying to walk away. They trying to get her to chill. She loud mouth ratchet. She keeps slapping him in his face, chest, all that. He like, keep your hands off me. Then he walked back the other way. Then she walked back up. She all in his grill.
Right. She was looking for a reaction.
Right. She was asking for it.
That's where I want our viewers and women, period, to understand. You cannot provoke a man and don't think that you're gonna get your ass tapped.
Listen, if you big enough to hit, you got to be big enough to hit back.
agree.
See, lucky it went to almost 2 minutes and not 20 seconds.
Recommendations to get slammed. Don't hell no.
She had a chance to go.
Do not listen. Do not be slamming bitches, okay? Because if she hit her head, it's curtains. Now you got a manslaughter on your hands. I ain't never seen nobody die off one punch. You feel me?
Right.
Your ass will die if that head smack that concrete. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I don't recommend slamming girls on their shit. Like it's just not.
I done seen several.
Also, she got slammed. I didn't see the video.
From my view, it looked like
come back from here.
She got slid.
She got slid. She did. She got up though real quick. I do remember him pulling her hair. I do remember that portion by the tire.
But see, that's out of frustration.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I agree wholeheartedly on
she
that.
She could have got done a whole lot worse.
Way worse. I done seen men go in on chicks after they have allowed you to keep going, and then they like, hold up. But I feel like it's more because, listen, it also is the environment you're in.
Right.
You're in a group of your friends. Right. You have guys around, you have females around, and it's like my ego now. I'm not going to speak on allowing you.
I don't think it was about ego. I didn't see the video, but for you to say that he was trying to walk away, whatever. If it was about ego, he wouldn't have walked away. Because the dude ain't gonna he be like, no, I'm not gonna do that for my dudes walk away. I'm not gonna let you do that. However, some women, I ain't gonna say a majority of women have this thing in their head where I can do whatever to a man because nothing's going to happen to me.
And it's more because of what they've been taught.
They have to realize. That's the old school flavor. Yeah, it's times ain't the same no more. And in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I condoning it. I'm not saying that it's right at all for a man to ever put a hand on his woman. But if you sit there and you at a zoo and you start throwing rocks at a lion, and you right there, you want to hop over the fence at a lion, you gonna keep smacking him in his face. What you gonna do when that lion react? It's a lion. I didn't think it was gonna get at me. You think the zoo about to pay you some money? No, you provoked it. Yeah. So what? So why is it different? You can't sit here and continue to hit somebody for 5 minutes and then be surprised when they hit you back.
Right.
And that's what I want women to understand. You cannot say that you are a victim of domestic violence if you are the provoker.
Right.
You are continuously poking him
and
antagonizing him. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I don't believe that a woman should be antagonizing a man, getting in his face, pushing him, all of this stuff because you feel like he was bred to not beat on women. No matter what happened, don't put your hand on a woman. No, sirree, Bob. If I have a son, I'm going to tell my son, if a woman hits you, you have a right to defend yourself. I do not believe that a man should just openly just smack a woman and beat her down. If you can pin her, by all means, pin her. But if you feel like in your reaction, that's not even an option for you and you hit her, I'm not going to say you're a woman beater for that. You're not. You were defending yourself.
Right.
My thing is that
but what if you can't like get in? You know what I'm saying? She got hands like that.
Right.
Because I got 2 boys. Listen. And we've been in similar situations and they kids.
But I feel like in that situation, he did.
You had to get one in.
He did.
Real quick and then
first he was like, "Don't hit me." He let her keep hitting her. I mean, she kept hitting him. She kept hitting him. He ain't do nothing. He said, "Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me!" Then he tried to walk away.
Yes.
She continued to follow him.
Yes.
And still continued to punch him,
relentlessly,
hit him in his face. At that point, it's like, okay, I got to protect myself.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I completely understand what you're saying, where it's a point where you have to stop, but you also have to think mentally. Once you get to that point of rage, there is no stop a lot of times. I agree there. And that's why you need to stop, period.
They was partying, so
ain't no telling what substance they was on.
Drinking, he really showed some excellent restraint.
Yeah.
Listen.
I agree. I just
need y'all not be walking around thinking y'all not gonna get smacked.
Right. That's why I like having those dialogues, especially with Scopes. I can get with him and he can check me and like, Mary, you stupid, shut up. He can check me and I'll be like, okay, he don't say those words, but he'll tell me like that don't make no sense. And then he'll give me a scenario for me to understand where he's coming from as a man. And that's what a lot of women need. You need that visual and understanding that you're human and he is human. If a woman was in your face doing the exact same thing,
She
wouldn't have lasted 60 seconds.
It wouldn't have lasted 60 seconds. So you believe that it's okay
good to make it 30
for
seconds.
you to do this
One,
to a
you
man?
coming too close off rip.
Okay.
It's funny the different feedback that you get from it. I seen a little video of The View where Whoopi was talking about
yes.
Yeah.
And nobody on that panel agreed
with what none of them did.
She was spitting gospel.
She was
like
because she comes from where she was taught that. That's the thing. A lot of these people, especially Caucasians, no disrespect, but some of these Caucasians are not. And there was a couple black people on that panel too. What was her name? The one that used to be on The View back in the day. What's her name? Sharon or something like that. Sean.
Sharon Osbourne was on there.
No, not Sharon. It was a black girl. She
Sharon Underwood.
No.
Nah, wrong one.
No. Sharon is her name. Sharon. No. She's heavy. She's top heavy black girl. She was on there. Yeah, she replaced what's her name? Star Jones when she left.
I don't remember who that was. I forgot her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, her. So she was on there pretty much disagreeing with Whoopi. And sometimes it's from their own issues because when you think of and you listen to her story, she comes from a place of domestic violence. So in her mind, she's thinking her own narrow-mindedness, and you have to think of it outside of the box. Right. You got to think of it from another point of view. You have the right to defend yourself as a man against anyone who is there to harm you. Right, as a human being. I don't care what it is. If you're in my face, I don't know what you got behind you. I don't know what kind of weapons you got.
And not to mention, you might even spit on me.
Right.
You don't know what
spit is assault.
Yes, it is.
It's damn right.
Yes, it is.
If you spit on somebody, you throw water on somebody, that is assault. You can go to jail for throwing water on somebody. I didn't know the water part. I never knew for the day. You can.
You might not go to jail with me, but you definitely gonna get escorted out.
I'm saying if
it might not be the way you came in.
If a police officer sees you throwing water, you can't. If that person wants to file charges against
you throw something on somebody,
because it's assault. Because I don't know what's in that water.
God damn it! If I'm at a pool party and you push me in, assault.
I hate you so much.
Really?
But if you touch somebody, that is assault. It could be it don't matter.
If that's your body,
touching. That is
well, I assault a whole lot of people all day long. Listen, really, that's just childish.
It is.
But you know one thing that we don't talk about.
So you start getting
a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times we was kids. I know as a man, I was taught. My mom always, you don't hit a female, you don't hit a female. But I never once heard anyone tell a girl, you don't hit a man.
Don't hit a man. My mama told me that. I have said, you don't hit no boy because they ain't supposed to hit you. Yeah, my mom had to train me to stop hitting boys. I was bad when I was little.
I fought. I'm gonna tell y'all. I fought men before, and I'm not saying as I got in my mind now, and I've done my own cleansing, my own self-evaluations. I that's why a lot of times I don't reply to people because I know how I am. My reaction is straight. Let's go to the streets. There's no discussing it. I'm ready to fight. I have been into altercations with my ex-husband. Like I have been, and my thing is that when me and him, I hate her right now. When me and him got into our altercations, it was built up. Like it was built up. And I'm not saying it was right.
That's why they say don't be holding stuff in.
It was right.
Just in the argument,
he blew up.
No, it was like it was over time, like continuous conversations. You're disrespecting me. You're cheating on me. Adding on, you're not working. Adding on, I'm doing everything. Adding on, now you're talking about my family that are helping and supporting you. And baby, listen, I don't play when it comes to the La Familia. Okay. So once you start going there, it was like I went totally black, got up and squared up. And it wasn't no discussion, nothing else was said. Bop bop. We just went toe for toe. And my mom had to literally pull me away. Like it wasn't no discussion. And we've literally then after that we went through counseling and we said we was never going to touch each other again, and he actually we got into an altercation where we were at a gas station. Sorry, I don't want to talk. But just trying to be clear to women that you can't put your hand on a man and not think that it's okay for them to put their hands on you.
Right.
So for me being able to fight him out of frustration, he physically tried to take my daughter out of the car away from me.
Yeah, that's a fight. What? Girl, listen.
No, I don't want to be with you no more. Don't try to take my child. Like, so we were literally tussling with my daughter in a gas station in Whitehall at that. So nobody went to jail. But listen, let me tell y'all the whole story. There's
a power hour in Whitehall where you won't get caught.
I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story of why we didn't go to jail. So we were tussling. Whitehall don't play.
No, they don't. So we were tussling
for a minute, and finally I got my daughter away. And before I put her in a car, as soon as I closed the door, he pulled my hair. So he pulled my hair and tried to hit me, and I, maneuvered, and I just started hitting him in his face. I got away and got in the car. He jumped in the car, and when he jumped in the car, he closed the door, and he was trying to pull me towards him to, choke me up some. And I reached back and I just started banging him in his face, on the side of his face. So blood started coming down his face. So
you split him.
He started so the police, the people in the store finally called the police. The police came. He did not want to get out the car. So they start pulling out guns. Now I'm already frustrated, and I got my daughter screaming at the top of her lungs, thinking that the police is about to kill her daddy. So this is what can happen when you start doing this stuff in your relationship.
Domino effect.
A domino effect. So I am now infecting my child with this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this is what really broke us up totally, because I was working, he wasn't working, and he knew if I went to jail, I would have lost my job. Okay. So he's telling the police that I started it, but you started it by trying to take my child away from me. So they said, because of where we were, Whitehall police had to give it over to Columbus police. Mm-hmm. When you on that line, they don't play.
Yep.
So the Whitehall police told us that we had to separate for 24 hours, mm-hmm. or both of us was going to jail. So I was like, listen, I'll leave. He can have everything in the house. I will take me and my baby will be happy to be done with it. So that was it. I couldn't allow my daughter to continue to see that environment. And it's like, that was the last straw, the last real straw.
It'd be like that.
Then I tried to be nice to him because of the situation that he was in. He was by himself, didn't have no job really. So I allowed him to live with us again for a little while until he can get on his feet, until our lease was up. But then it was done. My grandmother died, and I found out he was still doing him while he was under my roof, taking my car, doing more things with other women. So that was finito. That was it. But the main thing that really broke us up was the physical altercation in front of my child, because our situation prior, my daughter was not around at that time. Mm-hmm. I made sure that I wanted to not have my child around that, but it was so much tension in the home that it was really uncomfortable for her. I could see it in her face when we were both mad at each other, and it just wasn't healthy. So I didn't want my daughter to see that. I don't want her to feel like it's okay for a man to hit on you, and I don't want her to feel like it's okay for her to hit on a man because she's mad, because it can happen. If you feel like it's okay for you to hit him when you do something wrong, and you think it's okay, he can't do it to you when you do something. It's like, both ways. And you can't hit on him because he did something wrong to you that trigger you, to piss you off. And he, it's like
a double standard.
It's double standard. And I feel like us as adults need to teach our children, both sexes, to keep your hands to yourself, unless you are in a situation that is in dire need for you to use your hands.
But that starts out young. That starts out with how you're taught how to treat the other person.
I agree.
Bottom line. Because women nowadays, they ain't taught how to talk to no man. I've heard women talk to some men crazy. And I say
they talking to men like they.
If I was a man, I'd have so many DBs on my record because I'd have been slapped you.
I agree.
Just out the words coming out your mouth.
And that's what I have a very
granted nasty, I have a mouth, but
I can have a very nasty bio in my relationship. We all can. You're talking about cut getting
sharp tongue.
And that's why I say I have
but it's so much. I
have matured so much.
Gotta learn
and
that.
you have to learn that. That comes with
you gotta learn that.
I'm and still learning. They say that you like a lot of men say that they're not shown.
Y'all learn to say it right.
They're not shown how to be a better man and how to treat a woman. That goes for the same thing.
That shit as an excuse.
Some do. Some don't.
I agree. Some do, but some really don't.
Think about it. Look at the moms nowadays that's raising these little boys that you done seen that you know that nigga ain't gonna be working coda.
I agree with you. Some niggas home training is just out
the window. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have, if you are brought up with not seeing a woman talk to a man, you're not going to be able to know how to have a decent conversation or a debate with a man because you don't have that learning. Like, if I've never seen my mom and dad get into a dispute and be able to resolve it, how am I going to be able to be in a relationship with somebody and be able to actually have a dispute without going to another level? I never seen that. You are a calm person now.
I've been a single parent household, but I got 5 sisters, so I learned how to treat a woman.
Exactly.
Everybody don't
you had the experience though, but you had the experience of being around a woman other than your mother. You had your sisters around. Y'all had arguments that y'all were able to resolve. By then, by the time you were with a woman, you had that experience of your sisters. Some men are the only. It's 2 boys, 3 boys in the home, and they only got one mama. And mama working 3 jobs if she, just to feed them. So it's like, she at home being lazy, having men in and out of the house, and all she see is men arguing with their mama. Yep. So now here they go in a relationship. All I know how to do is argue because that's what I saw my mama do with every man in the house. Or all I saw was my mom getting her ass whooped. So now when I'm mad, this is how I am able to get my emotions out because that's what I grew up.
Because for me personally, I grew up. I feel like you can be a product of your environment.
Yeah.
But however, you can be the opposite product of your environment.
Depends on the person.
Prime example, like for me, in my family on both sides, there was hella drug use. Like my dad died from a drug overdose. So like a lot of stuff like that. But I've never touched drugs not once. Yeah. Now I did smoke a blunt. I ain't gonna front on that. But I've never.
That's a plant.
It's been around me, and I've never done it. People have been next to me doing it. I've never wanted to do it. So it's not necessarily I wasn't. This is what I see, so this is what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that straight in front of you, but like this is not what I want to be.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Right.
But that's how I want to say that's a trait. You know what I'm saying? That's something embedded in you because there is some members, because I'm going to use my own family as an example. There's some members in my family that were brought up with a member of our family having alcoholism.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they saw that and joined in on those activities, and some of them was I don't want to be like that. That is not what I want to be. But it's because they saw it. Okay, well, daddy did it. I'm gonna do it. Daddy did it, and he did this to mommy. So I don't want that. I don't want to. And it's depends on the information in your brain, how you intake it, and how you outtake it. So it depends on the individual to me, because there's people who have 8-10 kids. Some of them go to college. Some of them be just like their mama and daddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on that person. If they like, hold up, I can't live like this. This is not what I don't want to aspire to this.
Especially when you've seen
outside.
Most definitely.
That's why it really is something that needs to be taught. Us as parents, no matter what, when you have a child, male or female, you need to be teaching them to keep their hands to themselves.
Yeah. These niggas is chumps. My daughter going for CC Dub.
Or take Scopes' advice and go ahead and get you a get your kids. I really do want to get me a gun and learn how to shoot.
Better. Young boys' egos be bruised nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see the shootings like you see them. You don't see niggas fighting no more.
Yeah.
Because their egos is bruised. If they get their ass whooped, they don't, you know what I mean?
I lost a friend like that. Because he whooped somebody's ass, they came back, shot him.
Yeah, any type of social embarrassment. You know what I mean? You know, back in our day, you can get your ass whooped and the nigga 3 houses down didn't know about it because it wasn't on social media. If you wasn't there, you didn't hear about it.
Right.
Now niggas
social media is the root of a lot of evil.
And then
it really is.
Social media, period.
Social media is.
I mean, where it started, period.
I got a couple of questions for
Black
the two
Planet,
gentlemen
where it started.
When we come back. I want to play Luffy D's song real quick, and then we're going to come back and talk about it some more. So this song is called Creep Final. Sorry.
You want me, shorty? I want you to. I know you're taking. Ain't gotta do. He don't treat you right like he should. He tried to hurt you, girl. I wish he would. Girl, can I chill with you? Cause I got a lot of things we can do. Oh, so we creep, yeah. Life is so unfair. Baby, he shouldn't be there. So we creep, yeah. Life is so unfair. We both know we shouldn't be there. Yeah, I know he still got your heart. I know my role, I play my part. Call me baby when you're alone. Yeah, we can go somewhere where it's safe and cool. Cause I'ma show you. I know my role, I play my part. Call me baby when you're alone. Yeah, we can go somewhere where it's safe and cool. Cause I'ma show you what real niggas do. Yeah, don't wanna admit that your feelings getting deep, so keep hitting my phone, baby, when you wanna creep. I'ma show you real love, baby. So I creep, yeah. Life is so unfair. We both know it shouldn't be there. So I creep, yeah. Life is so unfair. We both know we shouldn't be there. So I, so I agree, yeah. Life is so unfair. We both know we shouldn't be there.
So I creep back. Yeah, just creep it on the down low. Hey, I like that song. That was Luffy D. Luffy with the motherfucking D. I am Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JV.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it's me, Miss Hotspot. We in the building with Mr. Jaeamour and the legendary Scopes.
What an ass.
What an ass. I hate him so much. Since we identify letters.
Right.
So we are talking about, can a man claim domestic abuse as well as assault from a female or their partner?
I want to know who put them stats up.
I mean, stats is both.
It's ridiculous numbers. That's what I'm saying.
Because you know that's based off them 911 calls. When
this is just BS. On those who are actually reporting their, that's what they go by. They go by who is actually reporting, and then they do like a range, an average based on those who people aren't as well reported.
Gotta be.
We need to get some urban stats.
1 in 18.
I agree.
That's important
to him. He is on that. He didn't been stalked at least how many times in your lifetime?
Windows busted, tire slashed. All that
everybody don't call
shit.
it popo though.
Baby moms pull up,
but that's usually just once.
Write down license plate.
That ain't no more. That ain't just once. Maybe once a week.
That is real.
I agree.
I can honestly say I've never damaged a vehicle.
I have never damaged a vehicle.
Hold on. I said you ain't never damaged. Somebody y'all been with damaged the vehicle. One of y'all's friends and hopped out while y'all was in the driver's seat.
My vehicle has been damaged.
Most of my friends, if I was doing that, that's because we was doing some roll up drive by, so they was the drive.
I've never broke a phone.
Like if I got to do that, then we need to step outside.
My phone been broke.
It's like baby mom was sending the footage to all the niggas that he was battling.
Of damaging her car.
Damaged the car, and that nigga threw a brick through the window and through the window of the crib, but it's all on videotape from the apartments. And she sent it to everybody.
Some dude that he was battling.
I air him out, but I aired him out in the battle. Just go watch it.
Alrighty then, baby. Listen, what battle was that?
I had to get him. Verse. I will be telling you the name. I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I need to watch that because I love. Listen, if y'all don't know, Scopes, when he battled, it is like
brutal
watching a real war for real. Because his tongue, listen, he is.
It makes my nerves bad because I'll be watching thinking somebody gonna be swinging, like somebody gonna take offense, like take this shit real hard, and they gonna swing out of pure just emotion. Like, did you just say? So I want to ask you,
that could take it though.
Right? Because some of them be like looking like they want to cry or fight your ass.
Dudes are emotional nowadays.
I remember once you battled, and I'm trying to think of how you worded it, but she was like, I think he said you put your sausage or something in her or something, talking about his girlfriend or baby mama or something like that, and his whole face cracked. Like the way he said it was way more vicious than the way my ass just worded it. But it was.
Everybody can rock you. Like when I first came back, you know what I'm saying, from battling, and I battled the first dude, he said something about my mom. And my mom, you know what I mean, is deceased. So I had to bite down for real, like, all right, nigga. You know what I mean? It's on now, but you know what I mean? We here. But yeah, you gotta be thick skinned. It ain't for the lighthearted.
Yeah, because they go in.
Yeah. They get real disrespectful.
They get real disrespectful.
Oh, yeah, it goes down. So it's everything.
Man, I love it though. Like I wouldn't be able to do it, but I love to watch it. I love to watch it. Like it's very. So I wanted to talk about this subject, and I wanted to ask you two gentlemen a question. I really wanted to get it from a man's point of view. So when it comes to being in an assault situation or in a relationship where you are daily getting abused or frequently getting abused on a regular by your spouse, do you feel like as a man that you should retaliate or should you call for help? How do you feel like that a man who is being in those situations should handle it?
First of all, you call for help, you getting laughed at. The police ain't gonna do shit. I'm just being real. The police ain't gonna do nothing. They be like, ma'am, can you please leave me alone? And they gonna leave.
Yeah.
Police gonna look like, okay, it's a woman here, you do. Like, it's a double standard. Like, literally, she can tear your ass up. You call the police, they're gonna take 3 hours to get there. By that time, you probably done had enough and done swung on at least once, probably. Let's just be real. Or you done finally got up out of there. If it's happening daily, what the fuck I'm gonna be with you for?
He took my point.
Love.
There's no way that shit's gonna happen every day with me. It's just not gonna happen.
It's a thin line between love and hate.
She might be, doing some things right.
Hey, that's what some chicks stay for. I don't really think that it's love for either party when it's a man or a woman.
Hell no.
A lot of times, and I'm gonna say this, like a lot of times women will accept abuse more than men. But women will accept it either because they are dependent upon the man or they have their own mental weakness that the man is triggering that keeps them in that.
So it's not
that
love
standpoint.
that make a man beat a woman into a helpless position.
No. You think that is love for a man to beat a woman into that?
That's what they always say. When you ask, why did you stay and get your ass whooped every day? They say, because I left him.
Well, you know,
because they don't know what love is. Because if you love yourself, you ain't going to be in that situation. Right. So that's why I say I don't believe that it's love. I don't believe that that person know what actual love is. So that is why I'm saying they're in a weak mindset. Their mind is very weak. And it's easy for you as a weak-minded person who don't know your worth and don't know how to love you to be able to stay in that situation. And that goes for a man as well. Sometimes men will stay in that situation either because themselves feel like they are unable to get love from someone else, or they don't feel worthy of who they are. So they will be able to stay with a woman that abuses them because they say, I love you. I get you because I love you.
I can see
they might be financially dependent on the chick too.
I couldn't do either one. I can't do either one.
Somebody don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Some, they can be financially dependent too. There's some scrubs out there.
Men and women where the dude end up.
Do scrubs deserve to get their ass?
They was together for a while before it happened. Like
not all the time. Not all the time.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like a couple of months.
2 years and then
lies. What it is that they're overlooking the signs. If you do any kind of research on a man that beats on a woman, 9 times out of 10, they show you who they are before they actually connect.
Yes,
they either grab you, they pin you up, they do things that you think is just, oh, he just loves me. He just worried about me. That's all. No, sweetie, he's trying to control you. And what he's going to do is get you in that control, do little things before he show you his true colors. It don't be no 2 years. They be lying because they don't want you to feel like they've been getting their ass whooped since day one. Most of the time, for real, most of the times it be very early in a relationship that they show little bits of their story. Who they are. Situation or none of that before I'm not going to say that it's blissful.
I'm not going to say in the beginning it has to be something, because on the first 2 dates, if a nigga starts swinging at you, you like, huh, nah, bro, I got it.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Come pick me up.
My mom was in a domestic relationship for 3 years, but it didn't start out like that. That happened after she got married. But see, she was in a situation where she couldn't just leave. So sometimes it is that situation where you just can't leave.
Yeah,
but she also knew women who she said she knew a woman who said she doesn't feel like a man loves her unless he do hit her.
Yeah, there's women like that. There's women like that. That's crazy. And that's because that's what, and I bet you 9 times out of 10, they mama was abused. They grandma was probably abused. And they grandma, somebody in their family told them that line. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's a generation of being able to be seen, to see a man whooping on a woman that you feel like, oh, he only loved me if he beat me. My grandma beat my grandma. My dad beat my mom. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's a cycle.
She needs to go speak to someone, because you gotta have somebody in your life that knows, tell you that that's not normal.
I believe that anybody who is a man that is able to beat a woman, I mean, not just out of the blue, you in a like that conversation and things happen and we both tussling. I mean, I don't cook your meals right. You yell at me. Usually it's a mental abuse over time.
Yeah.
Usually it's mental abuse before they get to physical abuse, but women be overlooking it. Yeah. So if I'm over here, they control the mind. And once they feel like they have your mind and you still aren't getting it, that's when it usually gets physical, because they're like, okay, I want my dinners cooked a certain way. You ain't do it right. So I'm over here dogging your meals. You think it's cute because he wants you to cook for him. He keep giving you chances to cook for him, but he controlling you. He wants you to dress a certain way. You ain't going nowhere with that. He don't want you to hang out with your friends. Your mama's, you're doing too much time at your mama and your sister's house. Right. I need you home with me. Your man, I love you. I want to be around you. I don't want to share you. That is like abusive criteria. It is. It's a mental abuse. And in their minds, they feel like, oh, we were so happy. He just wanted to be around me. He wanted my time. That's all that is. He wanted my time. No, boo-boo. He wants your mind. not just your time, your mind. So a lot of times, women and men, this isn't just because the subject is men. This happens to men as well.
Yes.
Women, especially when it's a man who already don't know their worth.
Right.
They don't know their worth either because their mom and daddy didn't show them their worth. They had bad childhoods, and they might have had a mom who, like, I know a man whose mom was bipolar. Mom had frequent lashing outs, beating on him and abusing him. So it was okay. My mama did it. Now I got a girlfriend that doing it. So it's like over time you start getting comfortable with these lashing out. So you're allowing your spouse to do these things to you, and you feel like, okay, this is normal. I grew up with this. This is normal.
Yeah, I've seen.
Right, he grew up being a little timid.
Degrade some niggas like right in my face type shit.
That's crazy. It's sad.
Dumbass niggas.
And it's some men that will not hit a woman. Period. Point blank.
They will rather ball up in a corner and allow the woman to stand over on top of them and hit them and hit them and hit them until they tired before they actually do something. That to me is so sad. Like, I've literally listened to stories. I read books on men being abused, and they literally had women just tear them down, like use items to whoop them, actually whoop them like they your kid.
But you know what though? You stay there to accept that. That's crazy.
Yeah. It is for both women and men.
No, but the sad part is, it's as fucked up as it is, it's socially accepted for a woman and a man. Because I mean, you see it in movies 24/7. A girl, I can't believe you. They run, they slapping them all in their chest, whatever. They start throwing stuff at them. Get out of my house. You see it all the time. It's acceptable.
You watch Love and Hip Hop. Every time they get in an argument, they hitting a man.
And they should get dunked on their shit. I'm glad you said something about that show. No. It's a bunch of them need their ass.
There you go. I heard you.
A whole bunch of them should get with the palm of God. Yes.
A whole bunch of who?
The Love and Hip Hop.
I completely agree with that statement.
Man, that is ridiculous the way I be seeing them swing on niggas on that stuff.
And I think chicks like that deserve it. Honestly, I'm sorry, I'm a woman, but I think they do. They deserve to get. They need to get smacked a couple times.
Our phone lines are open, and I'm sorry, I forgot to put our number out there. 614-781-0754. Again, that's 614-780-0754. So if you do want to call in and chime in, by all means, please do, because we want to have all aspects of this conversation, because there's going to be women who feel like as a woman they should not be hit regardless of what they do, because a man is stronger than them. And that's where I wanted to go, because I wanted to ask you too, do y'all feel like there should be a restraint? Because like I said, I do feel like a man should not continuously hit. And I understand when it comes to rage when you're upset, like if me and you are in a fight.
Y'all said a 3-piece was excessive.
That to me is excessive. To me, let me give you a scenario of what I feel like is excessive and what I feel like is okay. So to me as okay, if I'm in your face and I'm pushing you and I'm poking you and I'm all slap you, punch you in your chest, and you do a good boom, and I fall back like, oh shit, I'm in the daze. I'm not coming at you. I'm not coming at you.
And you still.
So that to me is okay. Okay. But if you hit me and then I don't even do nothing, and then you come back again, boom, 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 and you just keep going. Now you're slamming me down. That to me is excessive. That's when I feel like it should stop.
And you know, it's something out there
that like you have the right.
Person that you hitting if you do
exactly. But
I rattle your shit. It's pretty much over.
I'm gonna hate to play devil advocate, because I do believe that like you shouldn't continue to go. But at the same time, let's put it in another perspective. You got kids. Your kids ever piss you the hell off and you done did something and you been going off on them? You stop and do your damn homework. They already quiet doing their homework, but you still going off. You ever had that moment?
Oh yeah, but that's
stop. Hold on,
okay,
stop.
That's
because you pissed the fuck off and your rage is there, and you can't stop because it's still bothering you. It's the same exact situation, and once you start letting it out, sometimes you can't stop. That's why it's best not to even get to the point where somebody gonna start it,
right?
Because you can't stop.
I agree. That is a good point.
But it's still you giving rage verbally. Physical is different.
It's something in you that will make you stop.
Make you black out.
And once you get black out, and once you get to that point,
I agree with that portion.
And you can't stop because I've been in that position cussing somebody out before. Somebody cut me off, and I'll be going to fuck off, and I'm still in the car.
Yeah,
they got off 2 exits ago. Yeah, that bitch gonna cut me off. The fuck wrong with her?
I agree.
And I've had moments where you black out. I agree with that because when you, as you say it like that, you do have moments when you're in an altercation. That other person ain't doing nothing. You already in 2 pieces and they knocked out, and you still want to get that rest of that off your body, and you just get on top of them and bang, bang, bang. You keep going. So I get that portion of your anger and your rage. So my thing is that if you feel like you're that type of person, why not just leave?
But sometimes you can't always leave. Just like Homeboy, when he tried to walk away, Homegirl kept following him. He could have literally left. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he could have.
Yes, he could.
Maybe he wasn't driving. Maybe he had a ride.
Hold on, but you said she kept following him.
I'm not saying that he was meant to. I'm not saying that he was made to or he was forced to. But I'm saying since I'm grown, I know me. Once I go there, it's not going to be okay. I'm not going to be able to recoil. I'm going to have to finish doing what I have to do.
Yeah, that situation different than the domestic situation because they both had an outing. So
exactly.
As far as leaving, it's not an option because you're looking at it like, if this don't run me, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Whereas if you at the crib with your partner, you can just go ahead and dip.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or she could dip, but then it become the fight for power. Bitch, get out of my house. No, you get out of my house. Then that's a whole nother argument.
Exactly.
With yourself. And then they elevate. That's stupid, but
right. I get that. So, and that's
just ego tripping.
Exactly. And that's why I was going with egos when it comes to having domestic disputes in settings of people are around you. Because when you have people around you, you have people laughing, you have cameras out, people are watching. So now you like, okay, I'm over here trying to get away from you. And now you done followed me about 8 times, bitch. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm done with this. You trying to embarrass me, so let me embarrass you. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was saying about egos. I'm not trying to say that it was him from the get-go. He probably would have, he was already on an ego trip. No, but it's like after a while, it's like, okay, my homies is laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? All that starts going through your head now. I didn't try to walk away about 5 times now. This bitch trying to embarrass me out here. So it's like I see that plays in, especially when you watch these videos with these little kids, when the boys are hitting on girls in these classrooms, they got these other kids with their cameras egging it on. You gonna let her talk to you like that? You got these, and that feeds into the stereotype that men have ego problems and they abuse women because of their ego. So you have these young-minded men that are being mentally stimulated by being stroked. Your friends are saying, you gonna let her check you like that, boy? You ain't supposed to do that. So it's like you have that element of it. And you also have the element of a woman being in your face. You have the right to defend yourself. And now you're going overboard because now you got your homies around. You got videos popping.
I disagree.
But all of the overboard is not intentional.
No, I'm not saying that it's intentional, but I'm just saying it can be overboard because you have all these emotions going through your body. If me and Kiki is by ourselves and nobody else is around and we have an argument or dispute, it'll probably be solved quicker because nobody else is around.
Right.
Now, if I have you and you and her, all 3 of y'all are cool, and I'm the outsider, now y'all over here egging her on, it's going to be intensified how she replies to me because she has her people in her ear. Right. So that's what I'm saying. It can be both ways. It depends on the person, but it also depends on the situation and who's around.
Right.
See, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. For me, if I'm arguing with you, because I've been in a position with the person I've been with before, where we can be back and forth. And if I'm pissed off at you, I don't see nobody else but you. Mm-hmm. And there's been times where we done got into it, and there's people that were there. And I will forget that people are there.
Yeah.
And I will start saying some shit to you. And it's not even about a whole ego situation, because if you got real friends, that's what I tell you, you already done told them, yo, my bitch tripping because whatever. My dude tripping because whatever. And they like, bro, she is kind of crazy. Like you, so it's one of those situations where your boys, your people, they already know what the situation is.
And that's why I say it depends on a person, because look at this. You have I don't know if you ever experienced it, but I have. I didn't have friends that weren't fighters at all. Very weak. But they end up becoming friends with kids that were fighters. So now we in a situation where I'm over here gassing you up to fight her because I need to see that you got that power. I need to see if you want to hang out with me and my crew. I need to know that you got that in you. So I'm egging you on to fight somebody, and I'm telling you, you're going to look like a punk if you don't hit her. You're going to look like this if you don't hit her. So now I'm pumping your head up, knowing that if you was by yourself, you wouldn't hit her. You want to fight her because that ain't in you. That ain't you. But now you have friends around you that are like that, and they're egging you on to do it. Now, if you don't do it, now I look like a punk. And if if I do it, then maybe I'll have a good friend out of this. I don't got no friends. You my only friend. So you got to look at it. That's where I'm coming from. And that's why I'm saying it can be intensified with these kids, because I consider it a form of bullying. You're bullying me into fighting somebody or hitting a girl because I'm weak. And people prey on the weak. And it's sad. These kids that are having issues at home because of their environments are trying to find some kind of joy or bring hate to other people because they don't want to be the only ones in misery.
But at the same time, no, I completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, a lot of people think that just because someone's quiet, they weak. Sometimes the strongest person is the quiet one.
No, I agree there.
Because for you to be loud, I'm gonna pop off in your face, whatever, F you, whatever.
I was always told it's the quiet ones you got worried about.
Exactly.
Right. I don't. When I fight, I'm not talking. There ain't gonna be no bitch. What?
I don't remember this situation at all. But my mom told me, she said I was in, I think, 3rd or 4th grade, and she said, y'all know me. I'm not the fighting type.
Right.
But I have been in about 3 fights, and when I fight, I don't recall what happens. I don't. When I come back, I come back. My mom said that I got suspended because I was fighting. She said the teacher called her and said, I never thought Jay would fight, but off record, I'm glad Jay whipped his ass. She said she kept picking with Jay, kept picking on him, and Jay never did nothing. But then it snaps and they get lost. So that ain't necessarily your friends egging you on. Sometimes that bitch, I'm just get fed up, and I'm gonna snap on your ass. I'm gonna take about 3 people to pull me off.
Yeah, you can only push a person into a corner so far before they come out well. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You can only push a person so far. And then I know you saying the excessive thing, but some people black out. That's why I don't fight. I black out. I don't got time.
It scares me. Like when I don't like watching those videos because it just
I don't
like them. But I do sometimes just to see how they reply, and I look at their. I'm a detail person, so I'll be looking at everything when they do it, who around, and it bothers me that now. When we would fight, that stuff was never recorded.
Right. Now I'm going
live. Now they think it's cute.
Yeah.
They think it's cute. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you about to fight? Let me pull out my camera. Like, I didn't been in situations even now, and people are fighting. I don't want to be like, oh, let me pull out my camera. No, either I'm trying to stop it or I'm over here running. Right. I'm not about to watch people fight. Like, I feel like it's stupid.
I pull out the camera for anything. I just seen a nigga dying on the sidewalk. And they found out. So
that's sad.
Nigga was shot, dying, waiting on the ambulance to come, and they was just.
I saw on on Facebook. I saw on Facebook this lady, her car ran into a tree, and the tree was like split in half. That's how hard she hit the tree, and her body was pretty much like hanging upside down in the car. And people are around with cameras.
Not trying to help her.
Not trying to help her.
Yeah, I seen that.
Not trying to help her.
It's crazy.
Recording saying call 911. Motherfucker.
You on the phone.
You could have stopped recording and called 911. when you walked up, you could have called 911 instead of recording. Like now, we have no privacy, and
you want to be the first to put it on social media.
Some situations. Don't get me wrong. With these police brutalities and all this stuff that's happening, no, it helps because it gets the viewing out. Before, out of sight, out of mind. Now we got so much.
We knew,
but the white people didn't. White people didn't care. They didn't see it.
They knew. Much. That's what it is. They didn't care.
Out of sight, out of mind.
They still don't care.
It's more white people that care now than they did.
Because before it was easy to push.
Some of these fools, and
it's not working. But to me, it helps me. It helps me keep my mind aware of what's going on around me. Because I'm not gonna lie, growing up, I didn't really see a lot of that or hear a lot about that. Only case that I know about was who? What's his name?
Rodney King.
That was the only case, and that was because in school my teacher was black, and they made he watched the daggone show, the whole thing. I grew up here in Columbus.
And you didn't hear about police brutality?
Not as much. It wasn't like in my mind. Like I heard about it as in history and all that stuff, but like knowing about cases, names, kids' names, all of this stuff, knowing the full background story of what happened, how they were stopped. To me, when you hear it on the news, it just sounds like a stop. Somebody got stopped and they got shot. You don't know what actually happened. You don't know that they didn't have a gun. You didn't know they didn't have a weapon. So it wakes me up as a black individual to know what's going on when you see these videotapes of how these people are being killed. Right. And it makes you know that these court systems are not built for us.
Well, they never was.
Exactly. But it's even more when you have proof in your face. And
hell, the proof is in the Constitution.
Baby,
but that's a different conversation,
and that's like a double standard also, because we're getting the warnings like you just said, and then also niggas is telling on themselves. Like, look at Meek Mills. We got a whole video of him popping willies, doing everything he wasn't supposed to be doing down the street. Made a whole video about it, and now you.
Nah,
that would still be BS.
No, he got that time because
that's part of it. But that happens to everybody. We ain't talking about Meek Mill, but that happens to a lot of people. Period. They put things on video and get caught for things that's on video. So you kind of incriminating yourself. Is warning. It's just all type of emotions that can go with this social media thing.
What was that one dude that came out with that dance? He had like one song. He had on a white T-shirt, and it was like.
He just described every.
I was gonna say which one? You like half the South.
He was dark skinned. He was really black.
So that's 75%.
It was, and they had a meme and everything. It was like that dance when they.
Yeah, what's his name?
It was just that one. It was, and every song they played his video, him in the street like. Whatever, however that dance go.
I
can't think of what is he.
We owe.
He did a whole song about killing somebody, and him and his whole crew end up going to jail. Yeah,
there you go. Smurder dance.
The smurder dance. So it's you incriminate yourself, but you also have to realize. You also have to realize is that when
I did not know.
When you have these felonies, and you actually do years in jail, when you are released, they put this long stipulation of time on you. It's not considered probation. It's more like a warning time. So if you get a ticket in that time, if you get pulled over, if you don't check in with your PO, all of that is add up. And they say that actually Meek then broke like 4 or 5 rules before that
in the community to Papa Willie and that much time. He done way.
It don't matter about the community. They don't care about that. They don't care about that.
That is totally
the courts don't care about that.
No, about a nigga who done kept his nose primarily clean and did a lot for his city and community.
They don't care about that. If you get a ticket
on his whole hood and got 23 niggas indicted off of one song, that is totally different. You get what I'm saying?
No, I I agree with that, but I'm just saying when you do this time and you have these and you get
Bobby Shmurda got 23 niggas indicted off that song.
He did.
He got a couple niggas doing 75 to life off that song.
Bobby Shmurda might want to stay in there because he gonna get Shmurda when he come out.
It was his whole crew. They the one that
they all told him to do the song. They bragging about what they did.
Oh well. Hell.
So in if you gonna brag about something, make it so fake and elaborate that no way in time that they will be able to connect the dots.
It's called if you do some shit, keep your mouth shut. You're not supposed to be talking. It don't matter how you finesse it. They're going to figure it out.
These guys are
we
crazy.
live in the age of social media. Niggas be like, I got that gas. I'm like, really, nigga?
Yes, really?
I can't.
Better yet, you live smoking.
I got that.
Like, man, and you wonder why you ain't got no job.
I'm up in the kitchen, like, nigga, and you tagging it. You put your location. I'm up in the trap.
Stupidest nigga I've seen so far.
Wow, what do you
do?
That nigga was on Instagram with crates full of guns and dope.
Who?
Tory Lanez.
No, I didn't see
the
that.
The singer.
Yes, Tory Lanez.
I did see that.
Like the transport crates, so you could see. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's about to be another
I did see that. It was a while ago.
The crates, and it's like 15 AKs.
Yes.
In the crates. Then he do a separate video, and it's bricks of cocaine.
All trying to show up
crates. Styling. Like they're in a warehouse, and he just showing crates full of shit.
Yeah,
like,
I seen that.
The dumbest nigga I ever seen. That was the stupidest.
That was
shit I
stupid.
ever seen in my life.
I seen that. I forgot I seen it. It was a while ago.
I don't understand what's wrong with these people.
Right,
they don't care.
They do it.
They don't have any morals. They don't have no values.
See,
the problem is they want to be street, but the streets don't have that OG in the street no more.
A nigga being a real nigga that they're willing to put all that shit in your face to show you that they're a real nigga. That everything they rapping about is 100 and all that. They willing to put their life on the line to show you that.
I don't. I try to wrap my mind around these real niggas, and I literally get dizzy. Like I can't understand.
I stopped trying to figure it out
because I literally I'm by no means am I a street chick. I ain't never done drugs. I barely drink. Everybody know my drink is Shirley Temple. So
you can't even get her to try something.
Okay.
Oh, I could get her to drink.
But listen, like it takes a lot, and even when she gets me to try it, I be sipping it like crazy. I don't like to drink. It's not in me. So I try to. What I'm trying to say is like from even I mean I got family that was in the street. I have many members in my family that been through some things and did some things that they ain't supposed to be doing, but they kept their mouth closed.
Yeah,
like you didn't know about the stuff that they did, and it's like these dudes now want to talk about who they know and they got passes.
Well, like you said earlier,
you got passes on what work though? Listen, you ain't did no work. Your family did some work, and now because you bloodline, they giving you a pass. Don't be out here trying to flex.
Be hustling. They be doing what they selling.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got a nigga that got $2,000 in his hand in the video and got a bottle of Xanax, but you don't know that 20 of them is his. He gonna take them later.
Yeah. You know they don't live by the code. Don't get high on your own supply no more.
I guarantee you, within the next year, you is going to see somebody shoot a video of a nigga that they killed, and they gonna shoot the video at the nigga's gravesite. I guarantee you. You heard it first.
And it's chicks out here beating niggas on drugs.
At the gravesite of the nigga that they shot.
They be so zooted, can't do nothing.
I believe that.
Crazy.
Bro, they are retarded now.
Now
your face the way like you said it was.
I mean, they super dumb now. Like when I grew up, that you know what I'm saying, the music was about hustling and selling drugs. Now it's about spending money and taking drugs. These niggas is fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Crack babies was fucked up, but Percocet babies
is way
fucked.
This opiate epidemic is taking a whole new life.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And it's so sad.
And they get high off the government supply.
You see the new thing got them looking like The Walking Dead.
That new carnival, yeah. It's like they literally take
That's why I need a
drug
gun.
and they turn into the Walking
Flocka
Dead.
got them out here looking like the Walking Dead. They look like zombies.
Yes, I'm telling you, if you
the
watch
reaction,
it,
they look like zombies. They turn into contortionists.
They
and
look
stuff.
so creepy.
If people out here eating people.
That ain't.
I'm getting a gun.
Yeah, that's that drug. That
cannibalism.
Yeah, all them wave drugs. Them niggas is hit. They hit. It's real bad.
It's scary.
Take hold of for all us sane ones. Still take hold of your kids. Let's steer them right.
We live with some bizarre shit because we seen crack babies growing up.
Right.
Right.
Like product of them. But these new niggas.
Crack babies is now older and they looking at these Percocet baby like, I
don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Right.
I stick with my crack.
I
right.
stick with my rock over here. I ain't messing with that.
Crackheads nowadays is cool.
Look, they wasn't screaming though.
Yeah,
Cool, give him
like
some milk. They was more like, go get her.
They
Put
do
her in a
work
cold
for you.
shower. It was different.
Crazy.
You got these videos now of everybody talking about give him some milk. That'll help. The crackheads was like, just put me in the shower. Hot, cold water hit my body. I'll wake up. I'm good.
And then crack, they had energy.
Okay.
And that's bad. We even talking about crack like it's a good thing compared to the shit they taking now.
Compared to the shit they taking now, it
I
is.
agree.
I done seen crackheads provide Christmases for whole families.
Oh, highly
Like real
functioning
life.
crackheads, yes.
Come over
Like
to the
real
dealer's
life.
crib, clean that motherfucker up.
Crackheads
Crackheads
would be
babysitter, my nigga.
exactly. They had jobs. They was work.
jobs.
They had jobs. It was hustling jobs, but they was out here making some moves.
They were highly resourceful.
They were. Now these this new bread
Pill heads. These is pill babies.
Yeah, when you're a 2-year-old, and nigga
These is pill babies.
See what happens.
Kill baby, they either zooted out, passed out, killing somebody.
Yeah, I just seen
That's why I said I'm getting a gun. I ain't got time. Everybody getting shot.
Yesterday, there was a nigga sleeping in his car at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nodded.
At the gas station like this. Young nigga.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing that's wrong with our young age because all these new drugs too that they doing. That's why these young niggas out here doing all this craziness.
He said a walking lick. I'm about to play this. Look, Body Change by Luffy D. Here we go.
I gotta take my time, bro. Yeah. Whoa. Gaining a little weight so you don't feel confident. When we argue, a lot of things I said that wasn't meant. Baby, the stretch must make you feel so fat. But you're so beautiful and it's all facts. You take forever applying all your makeup. You cry every time that we break up. But can't no one have my heart like you. Cause can't nobody move the way you do.
Baby girl, you're gonna still be my world when your body change. You're gonna hear me sing to you through the rain, even when your body change. You're gonna be through the rain, baby. You're gonna hear me sing to you, even when your body change. You will still be my baby girl. You're gonna be my baby girl. Even when your body change, you're gonna hear me sing. Through the rain, through the rain, through the rain, through the rain.
You asked me, is your butt getting bigger? Yes, it is. I'm your #1 fan. I built your confidence. You still dressed at home just to show off. Baby, you look good. I'ma go off. People at your job keep on stress you out. So when we get home, you know we talk it out. You think I don't want you cause I play 2K a lot. Well, 2K can never take your spot.
Baby girl, you're gonna still be my world when your body change. You gonna hear me sing to you through the rain, even when your body change. You gonna be through the rain, baby. You gonna hear me sing to you, even when your body change. You gonna still be my baby girl. You gonna be my baby girl. Even when your body change, you you gon' hear me say, do the right, do the right, do the right, do the right.
Hey, we back.
Whoa.
Hold up.
Feedback.
There we go.
Too much sauce.
There we go. Too much sauce. Hey. You are tuned in to Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it's Misha Miss Hotspot. We in the building having some conversation.
I like this conversation.
Right.
Y'all know I get loud sometimes.
Real combo.
Sometimes.
Real topic. Real shit.
All the time. My voice is loud. My mom, even when I'm talking to her, she be like, shh. I be like, Mom, it's that's that Jackson in me. I can't help myself. My daddy is loud. I swear, if you get all of us in the room, you would think all of us had hearing aids. My dad has a hearing aid, so he talks loud. So I feel like I got to talk loud because like no one hears me, but I have a loud voice. So.
We hear you, boo.
Excuse me. So look, you see that just came out loud, and I didn't even mean to. So. You are tuned in again to Curvilinear Radio, and we talk about our specialties. I wanted to first talk about what we created this week, which is our group.
Oh yes. I'm like, wait a minute. Listen, you know we always got a question with her. Like, wait a minute.
What do we agree to? Wait a minute. We getting dumped in some shit. Y'all don't understand. Listen, we love it though, but damn.
I just don't know.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. God dang it, Mary. Hold on.
I gotta keep my boobs on their toes. They be like, Mary, what are you talking about? I'm like, gosh, we talked about this. So my bad. Sometimes I just be popping up with ideas like this.
2 o'clock in the morning. Like, go to sleep, please.
They was like, go to sleep. Yeah. I'm like, okay. I'll talk to y'all in the morning about it.
And then here, you done woke me up, so I got feedback.
Now we up. Yeah. Then she get our brain working. Now we like, oh, you know what? That do sound like a good idea. Let me go look at that. What time is it? Oh, it's 2 a.m. I probably should go sleep.
Right. Catch me on a Friday or Saturday.
I'm sorry, y'all. 2 a.m. That's why I told y'all I got sleep problems, because I'll be up, my mind be just rolling. I have so many ideas in my mind, and then it just, if it's something to do with my ladies, I just gotta tell y'all, like, listen, this is what I gotta tell y'all this. I'll be outfits, video shoots or photo shoots.
Months out.
Don't worry, I got an idea for you later. You'll like it.
Yes, Lord.
I just gave her one not too long ago.
Yes.
We have to put in on that, man.
I can't wait. So we started a group. So now we have three pages if you are wanting to follow Curvilinear Radio. We have our actual page. Okay.
Go like us.
So go like us, Curvilinear Radio on Facebook, and we also have our own group for promotion and just laughs, mingling with just the radio team. Knowledge. Just a little knowledge. Thought-provoking conversations like we had with about this particular conversation, and it also could lead to you coming on the show as a guest, depending on what the subject is. So that is our way for us to network, is our group Curvilinear Radio. That is a group as well as a like page. And then our third page we just started, which it is popping like popcorn. We are having fun.
She got our inbox pop.
We got popping like popcorn. Ain't my fault you sexy. Chill on me. So we have
I blame all you.
We have a new group for singles that are ready to mingle and actually make real connections here with people, not just on Facebook, actual dating, courting people. So the group is called A Curvilinear Confidence Connection. So this group is built for us to assist with dating. We're going to have events. We're going to get together, really get people out there mingling with each other, and not just on Facebook caking. Like that gets old. I'm tired of people just wanting to be in my inbox just to have conversation and ask me if I'm single, just so you could try to come lay up in my bed. Not happening. Right. You need to take me out on a date or something. Like if you don't in at least the fifth conversation talk about meeting, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. That gets old and I get bored, and then you be wondering why I'm not replying anymore. That's why I done gave you about 3 or 4 highs and you ain't said shit that really is leading to something. So our conversation is over. So this group is made for just that.
I mean, hey, it's funny, but it is what it is.
So this group is made just for connection. It's not a sex group. It's not about putting your winky in somebody's inbox.
Yeah, this ain't the Thoughts of Columbus group.
That would get you blocked real quick.
Huh?
They do.
They do what?
They do got that group.
Yes, I know. I'm very well aware.
If you can think it, it's out there.
Okay, that's not this group. So, if you are looking to mingle, then that it. Okay, with you. Yeah, that do happen if you actually connect, but let it be both willing. Like both parties are saying yes, let's connect, not just you pop up in the inbox and like that extra as hell. So we're gonna choking over there. We're gonna go ahead and jump into
yes. Ashy ones at that.
Ashy dirt. I'm like, at least let it be photo worthy. Like, please get it photo. Let your dick be photogenic, okay? I'm serious. I need you to put some lotion on it, pull the skin back, make sure ain't no bumps, make sure ain't no daggone limp balls. If you gonna do it like porno style. I want it to be good.
For the record, don't do it on my behalf.
I don't want you to do it at all. But I'm just saying, if I'm gonna get it, at least let it be worthy. Don't let it be sitting on the floor and your legs open. Did y'all see that dude that did that?
No.
He actually jumped into some girl's inbox and had his penis on the floor. Like he's sitting on the floor with his legs open and his penis is just touching the ground. Like, huh? That looks so creepy. There
getting rug burn.
Okay.
Even when I was looking, dick pics don't get no play.
Yeah, no.
Because that shows
not a
I literally when I get them, I will literally be like, okay.
Well, my question is, do they think it's a turn on?
They do. And they don't really, it's not even about you, it's about them.
And they own mind.
It's about them. They don't care if you like it or not. Some of these dudes don't care if they like it or they don't care if you like it. They don't. They just want to give you something.
Listen.
That is totally for you.
They sharing the same pic.
Yeah.
With everybody.
20 chicks that
ain't
day.
Even refresh it or not. It's
and
ashy.
The next day.
It can't be for them.
They got that on archive.
It's about your reaction and actually sharing it with you. That's a thrill to them. To me, I feel like it's a thrill thing. I'm not a man, but I feel like to me, they share it as a thrill thing. They really don't care if you want to have sex with them or not. They just want to share their penis with you as a thrill thing to me. I feel like that's
if I don't ask to see it, and I am a woman that will ask to see it. I ain't got no shame. Don't send it to me.
There's only certain kind of pictures I like, and that ain't one.
I ain't gonna ask to see it in no picture. I don't be standing face to face.
Right.
Let me see it.
I don't even want to see it. No. I have never asked to see the D ever. I
have in person.
Me either.
No, I mean like
person. Yeah. Like, let me see what you got, baby.
But over the
right.
Text message, none of that. Don't send me
exactly.
Can I see your penis, daddy? No, that's not what I.
Hell, you want to send me a random picture, nigga? Send me a bank account. How about that?
Hey, I like that with a couple of ones.
Because it is what it is. It's
not a negative balance.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
I'm just saying. Listen,
this pic is ratchet.
I don't want to see
that shit is despicable. I love it. That's why I didn't even know niggas still did it.
They still do it.
Yes, they still do it.
I just got one in my inbox this week,
and it ain't even no age limit on it.
And it don't even be a conversation. That's what bothers me. It will literally be hello, boom. Whoa, can I get a hello back?
Oh, it's something that boom, you don't even say nothing.
I was about to say, you get a hello.
I mean, like, do you really get chicks that like that?
Yeah. No, after they send it and I don't say nothing. I got one dude, he sent me 2 pictures and a video of his penis. And then I didn't reply. I didn't even reply. He sent question marks. Like, asked me, like, you ain't got nothing to say? And I said, what I want to say is, if you don't get your nasty, disgusting ass penis about my inbox, it looks like it is dry. It looks like you got a disease. I see that bump under your. I still get deep.
Blocks.
Me and him had conversations like I've literally. They be fine. I don't know why. Like,
man, my block list long.
12 dicks in a day, like.
Back to back to back.
No games. That's disrespect for real. Like,
oh,
you just
yeah.
like
my block list is definitely adding up day by day.
Like, for what?
My block list is hard.
Quote unquote.
You never blocked somebody?
I don't need you to be.
As women on social media, yes, we need block.
Yeah,
niggas is relentless.
I block men after the third inbox, and I have not replied to your first one. So
yeah,
say hello.
I got a couple
no
of
reply.
them though. Like,
hello
like,
again.
What's up with you?
What's up, beautiful? Block.
But it ain't just show you the list of great messages.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I totally agree.
I posted a picture in the sweatpants magazine, and I've had females in my inbox. I'm like, we barking up the same tree. It ain't gonna work.
I believe
they still
thirsty.
in my inbox.
They thirsty out there.
Hold on. Now I'm like, hold on. Was I in that group that day? Hold on. It's like, no.
I did it.
She gotta go to the group.
No, I left that group and the beard gang. I couldn't do it no more. I'm like, y'all not gonna keep enticing me with these men, and I'm never gonna
waiting
meet.
to get added to sis. This your man.
No, listen.
I was
Columbus,
in that one.
Ohio.
The shit is hilarious.
It is
I was on my girl's phone last night
page?
at the circus. Like,
somebody
added
there.
Circus.
Let me tell you something.
At the circus.
I don't know why. I don't know who, but I don't know why y'all added me to that page. That is this your nigga page?
Can you just add me? I mean, I just want to.
I'll add you because
they got one for the girls too.
No,
they got
hilarious.
one for the girls.
It's funny shit, but that's not my
funny.
Like, niggas,
these people is about to they are about to start some shit. Like, people are being inboxed, they're being threatened.
Listen,
I don't want to see who I know up in there. That's it.
Be like, fuck 12.
It's fucking laugh. I ain't commenting nothing.
When it first hit me, when it first hit me and I went to see it, I busted out laughing because I'm like, really?
I had to laugh.
Is this your nigga though? Really?
I just wanted to see if the person that told me that they loved me was in that group, and then his ass was he was in that group. So I just thought it was funny as hell.
The brittle ego niggas we was talking about, it is niggas that's in there purposely posting a baby mom like, who fuck?
Brittle ego?
Brittle ego.
Brittle ego.
Brittle. Yeah.
Brittle
ego.
It's a group called that.
No, that's just them.
That's what these niggas is called.
They brittle.
Yeah.
Nigga posted, all right, who hit this? And it was his baby mom. Why would you do that?
That's scary.
300 niggas in here. Somebody hit your baby mom.
That's scary.
That is a guarantee. You can 1 in 18 hit your baby mom.
I hate you so much. He said 1 in 18.
Dude posted that he want an argument. He looking for an argument.
Like 5 niggas commented like, yeah, I hit that. Nigga, what? Nigga told him what the couch looked like and shit.
Ooh.
Now he trying to kill this nigga. What? Why? Why did you post that? Why did you
listen? My thing is,
you knew you was
because he was hoping that his woman was gonna get skirted by. Like, ain't nobody touch that but me.
This is what I need people that do them.
Let the past go.
Mary Clarence and no damn
man, listen, that shit's just like more. If you gotta take them there, motherfucker, they did it. Bottom line,
you ain't got no sister Mary Clarence in one of these projects.
You gotta post.
Listen, we gotta move on. I gotta
even Wedgwood, nigga. You know she got.
Oh, we just gave y'all some hot groups out there.
We done gave you some hot
groups
and Curvilinear groups. Please join them.
Do not get in them groups.
Don't get in none of the groups but R3.
Exactly.
Yeah, our groups, we ain't doing that.
Our group is not for that.
You set yourself up, you get a nose.
That's it. Not these stock groups or anything. So I wanted my special is we're about to go into our specialties. So I am going to allow Jaeamour to give some tips as well, but I wanted to talk y'all know that my specialty is makeup as well as fashion. So, but I wanted to talk about your skin this week. Okay, it is ashy season.
Ooh. Yes, it is.
And eczema.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to talk about some dermatology tips that are out there for you guys that have dry skin, especially because the winter time, this it's really hard on the skin. Look, that Aveeno is Aveeno. There you go.
Sheer hydration.
So it's a good lotion, especially for people who have eczema. So just FYI. So I wanted to talk about some tips that you can do for your skin to make sure that you aren't ashy and have dry skin that can itch, flake, and crack, and even bleed.
I'm gonna need you to get some castor oil on that.
Shut your mouth.
She went straight
to the Vaseline.
Old school.
I need to address it.
So I wanted to give out some tips, to help you prevent and keep healthy skin for dermatology. This is dermatology tips. Prevent baths and showers from making dry skin worse.
I'm sorry, what?
Hold on, say that one more time.
Number one, this is a tip. Prevent baths and showering from drying your skin.
Okay. Because at first I was confused.
The whole phrase. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, because
so it's saying when
y'all thrown the first time,
right.
You wash your ass.
Right. She put two in there the second time.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that makes a difference.
Wait a minute.
So
I know
the way that they worded it, I read it right the first time, but the way that they worded it was kind of wrong. So that's why I put the two in there. Exactly.
We need that.
It says when your skin is dry, be sure to close the bathroom door when you shower.
Who the hell? Okay.
A lot of people
don't. If you don't.
It helps keep the moisture in. It's cold. It says limit your time in the shower or bath to 5 to 10 minutes. Use warm rather than hot water.
Wait. Did you just say limit your shower and bath to 5 to 10 minutes?
This is for people who have dry skin, like purposely dry skin. Like
okay.
Not somebody who, if you take long showers every day, then you might want to not do it every day. You can take 1 or 2 10-minute showers, a week.
Turn up.
Just get out lotion every day.
You just like to be in a shower, just marinating, just seasoning.
I run the hot water out.
And that's what they say. Hot water is not good for your skin.
Sorry.
It's not. It's very not. It makes you very, very dry. So it says use warm water instead of hot. Wash with a gentle fragrance-free cleanser. Apply enough cleanser to remove dirt and oil, but avoid using so much that you see a thick lather. I hate him. So plot your skin.
Okay, go ahead.
Plot your skin gently dry with a tile. Do not rub.
I guess I just been doing it all the fuck long.
That's why I'm over here.
Hot ass showers, body lathered in soap.
Yeah,
your hands over there probably feel like
hell no. It's called baby oil.
Relax your skin, and it says slather, not just a little slather.
What the fuck is a slather?
Slather means a good chunk amount, a lot.
When they put the S on
the sound, first of all, can get
not lather, slather. Yeah, slather or moisturizer immediately
sound when you slather.
After drying your skin.
Well, yeah.
So immediately after drying your skin, slather or moisturizer.
Thank you, lotion.
Okay. Apply, and I'm gonna get to that portion. Apply moisturizer immediately after washing. And it says the best kind of treatment for dry skin is ointments, creams, and lotions with moisturizing bases. Okay. Work by trapping an existing moisture in your skin to trap in that moisture.
I pray I don't.
So dry off. After a shower or bath, wash your face and hands.
Too much work.
So it says here, here that a good ointment that contains is olive oil and jojoba oil. There you go. Shea butter is also a good one, and coconut oil.
Cocoa butter good too. The real stuff.
I like Crisco.
Not the clean. That's considered like a
I like Crisco.
So it says other ingredients that help to soothe dry skin includes lactic acid,
Mm-hmm.
That's in KY.
That's probably true, right? Because I mean, Vaseline is good for dry skin.
Listen, I gotta get through this so I can move on and give the mic to okay. And the next one will be mineral oil and petroleum. Okay, and do y'all know that petroleum was actually created in 1865?
That petroleum, yeah.
So I wanted y'all to know, like a good. I hate him right now. Shut up right now. So petroleum, if y'all looking for a good one, I love, and they have a generic version of this as well. Is shut up. I was not about to say cocoa butter. It's Vaseline. Mm-hmm. They have a cocoa butter one that I love. My daughter ended up getting sick this last weekend, and her whole body broke out in bumps and a rash, and it looked more like eczema when it started healing. Right. I put that on her whole body, and I'm telling you, her skin snapped back. So that is something very good for you guys. If y'all have dry skin, you have eczema, you have ashy elbows, knees, feet.
See, my method always
good method for dry feet is put the Vaseline, slather it on your feet.
And a pedicure.
Oh, and a pedicure. But most definitely. But
absolutely a pedicure.
But to keep the smoothness, the smoothness in between petties, or whoever can't afford a petty, sunray something. Anywho, wrap your feet with saran wrap or a plastic bag. You ain't got no saran wrap with the Vaseline on your feet. Like, go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So Reynolds, Vaseline, and KY all on the feet.
I hate him. So since he talking so much and he just getting on, he just doing all the most with the KY. I'm gonna pass the mic to the legendary.
And real quick, shouldn't folks steer clear of like the did you say they should steer clear of the perfumed lotions?
It's not perfume lotion, it's perfume soaps.
Oh, okay.
Perfume soaps, especially on women in the vaginal area, is a no.
Well, you're not supposed to be doing that anyway.
But I'm just saying, women, and it also has antibacteria, like antibacteria in it, and it can take away from the bacteria that your body actually natural things that happen with your body. So that's what they mean. Like, I do use scented, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially I can't. Only one that I really can do is Bath and Body Works.
I can't.
And Bath and Body Works, because of their the other ingredients that they have in their product, works good for my skin and keeps me moisturized. And their moisturizing lotion, baby, listen, is everything. It's thick, and you can slather that on and last all
day. Keep rubbing.
I just bought me some body butter.
I love their body butter. Their body butter makes your skin so soft. But yeah, especially for if you're a woman that has sensitive skin, scented soaps are not a good thing.
I can't do lotion either.
As well as scented lotions. But with that lotion, Aveeno, is that how you say it? Aveeno. That lotion is made for people who have eczema and dry skin. So it's unscented, but it's thin. So you will have to use a lot of it. So
some baby oil in your bath water.
But I'm going to pass the mic to the phenomenal tips master over here. I'm so excited to have him in the building with us. Yes, Mr. Jaeamour. I got my pen and paper, so I'm ready to take notes. I'm ready to take notes.
Okay, so I'm going to give it to y'all. So just to let y'all know, I am kicking off the official Fashion Friday tips. So to find out more information about that, you can follow me on Facebook at Jaeamour Robertson. That's JAEAMOUR. And on Instagram at JAEAMOUR. And every Friday you will find some tips and some tricks. So the number one thing that I hear women complain about is y'all's jeans. Y'all find that perfect. Y'all know y'all find that perfect pair of jeans. It took forever. Y'all find them. Y'all done wash them a few times. And then they don't fit the same no more.
Nope.
Y'all got the same thing with that perfect t-shirt. It fits you right and tight. Then it don't fit you no more if you didn't wash it a few times. It's a science to this. So I'm going to tell y'all this science. It's a little science. On the inside of your pants, you know they all got the tag of what's in it. The perfect combination for pants, you want jeans that have at least 5% Lyrica spandex.
Yes.
I'm sorry, for jeans, you want at least 2%. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Jeans, 2%? At least 2% Lyrica spandex, because once it dries, the spandex that's built into that cotton or whatever your jean is made out of, it will tighten back up in the washing machine. No more than 15%, because once you get to 15%, it will shrink in the dryer.
So the
2 to 15%.
The Lyrica is what we need to look for.
Yes. Okay. So look on that tag that's inside right by the little size. You know, break down how to iron all the washing all that stuff, right? How to wash it. Look at what is on that tag.
Okay.
If them pants say no Lyrica spandex on there, they ain't gonna fit after that first time you wash them.
Okay.
They're gonna loosen up everything. So make sure you want in between at least 2%. At least 2%, no more than 15.
Lane Bryant's.
Check your tag.
I like Lane Bryant's for some items.
Shop there no
but
more.
I haven't shopped there in forever. Their bras and their pants always look like, when I wear them, it looks like I got on a diaper on my ass. They're always sagging. That material be looking like I got a penis in the front. I swear.
That's another thing. Also, when you're picking out your pants, when you're in between sizes, always go down. I know it's going to fit tight, but go down. If you're in between sizes.
Oh, so like 16, 18. So I should do 16.
Do a 16 because it's going to stretch out, but it will never get tighter.
But all them 16 don't go over my ass.
Check your tag. Then they may not fit right. Then that might not be your 16. I said if you're in
your
between.
16 should if you're gonna go down, then the 16 should definitely have the stretch in it.
Exactly, but only go down if you're in between that size. Like, I don't know if I want to go this one or this one.
Okay.
Always go down.
Okay.
Now the perfect combination for your shirt. You want 95% cotton, 5% Lyrica.
Okay.
That way it will always be soft and will always snap back. Now the other thing I'm gonna tell y'all. I love me a quick cheap sale. I know everybody else do. So what's the difference between cheap and chic? Because sometimes you get some cheap stuff off the clearance rack and it can be cute, but it don't look that expensive. Prime example, our jackets, blazers, t-shirts, dress shirts, all that stuff. The one thing that'll separate it that you can do that can take that cheap looking shirt and make it look expensive with only $3, change the buttons. If you ever notice, most stores that you go and it's lower end stores, their jackets, their dress shirts, whatever, they all have that same button. They have that two-tone tan, or it'd be a solid black, or whatever color the shirt is. Go over to Joann Fabrics, get you some popping buttons for $3, throw it on that little blazer that you got at the thrift store. It will change that look entirely. Most high-end jackets and blazers and shirts have quality-looking buttons on them. So you can take that cheap-looking shirt, switch out them buttons that you can spend less than $3 for. And it's going to change the whole entire look of it.
You about to have me in Joann's.
I like that.
True.
Hold up, I got a shirt in my closet.
I'm going through my closet now. Like, I got a couple shirts, about 3 jackets.
Now, if I inbox, you be like, now, what's the proper way to sew a button on? I ain't sewed a button.
You better follow them holes.
For YouTube it.
Hold up.
You got to like put something in between the fabric. Put something in between the fabric and the button.
Right.
And then,
I mean, I've done buttons, like sewn on buttons. My thing is, I always have a problem with those buttons that, like they push button, like the jean buttons. Like
those are.
I need somebody to teach me how to put those on, like, because I didn't have pants that were dope as hell, but I lose the button because it pop off because it's cheap.
The push ones are not actually buttons; those are actually snaps. So those are harder to put on. But if you go to any designer stylist, they'll put them on for like $2 if they'll charge you.
Okay, I'll be at your house.
Okay.
Right.
And that was it for your more tips. Like I said, Jaeamour on Instagram and Facebook. Get them every Friday.
Yes, and we'll share those in our group as well. Just FYI, because we love to promote and we want to share with you guys our fashion tips from Jaeamour. But listen, y'all know what else is here? Y'all know what else is here in Columbus?
What?
Gabe's.
Oh, yes. Listen, do you know how excited I am about that?
Gabe's. It's like Jaeamour Brothers, like, but they changed the name. Really? Yes, it's on Sawmill. I posted it in our group.
I don't see where it was.
If y'all follow us, I posted the address and everything. Gabriel, it's the it used to be called Jaeamour Brothers. It's like a Burlington, but way better.
Yeah,
they have higher end items.
I went for the first time in Charleston.
Yes, men's clothes, kids clothes, houseware. I'll have to get it for you again. It's in Sawmill. It's off of Sawmill. It's called Gabe's.
It's like over there, kind of, you know where the other Burlington is? I like Sawmill 161 is out there.
And they have men, women, and kids.
6285 Sawmill Road.
There you go.
6285 Sawmill Road.
I went to the Gabe's all the way in Zanesville.
Oh, it's right by Trader Joe's.
Well, they just got here or something?
Yep, yes. It just opened. I went there and they was like, oh, they're about to open a new one in November in Columbus. I'm like, where? They said the Eastern area. And I'm like,
they bringing a lot of stuff here.
And I'm just happy that it's here. I don't care where it's at.
And the fat girl in me is happy they got a Hardee's here.
I ain't been.
Say what?
I ain't never been to Hardee's.
You never been, well, because it wasn't here.
Yeah, that's good business.
Listen, I
They
never had a Sonic here for a long time, and they finally got Sonics. And you know how many times I didn't have Sonic? Maybe once.
Hardee's is on South High Street.
See, Sonic ain't really missing out.
I go to Sonic for the drinks.
Yeah, I like one ice.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like people was like pumping up, like y'all ain't got no Sonics.
No, they need all they need is a Zaxby's and an Indies.
I was lied about Sonics. That's why I got excited. I thought they was gonna come out on skates.
I did too. I thought it was gonna be some old school.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna come out on skates, and then some big boy came out there with some shoes that was already churning over.
Shut up.
You know how your shoes churn over on the side of this?
Did you just say churn?
Yeah, it was churning over.
Okay, I'm gonna pass the mic. We go pass the mic to Miss Kiki with the fucking name.
You gotta get it right. Okay, so I got a little bit of something. Basically, you know, I'm a single mom, so I know how hard it can be when it comes around the holiday seasons and stuff. You know, to make sure family and kids have everything they need. So I got a couple of programs out here, Christmas cheer programs. One is the Salvation Army. I remember going to them before, and they actually, I think they send you down to you go to any Salvation Army, and I think I've seen it Monday through Friday between the times of 10 and 1, but on Wednesdays, 5 to 7 p.m. You can go to Salvation Army and sign up for the Christmas cheer program, and basically they'll sign you up. You got to have your ID and your kids' proof of where they live at. And they'll give you the date. You pick out your own time, and then where you go is to the fairgrounds, D-Sales building, and they give you all type of food. Like you'll get like a whole turkey, or might be chicken, depends on the size of the family, like a whole chickens. They give you like eggs, bread. They give you all that, and they get a toy for the kids. So that's one thing you might want to check out. And also St. Stephen's, they got firefighters for kids. And you can go there between now and December 8th, Tuesdays 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. and Wednesdays 10 a.m. to noon. Only this Saturday, they're doing it from 10 a.m. to 1. If you got questions, you can call Amy Kearns at 614-294-6347, extension 136. But however, ain't really no need to call. You can just go. It's for anybody, basically. And for the kids to get toys, they got the food. And they go off of family size, of course, have proof of your kids, Social Security, and your ID. And kids 12 and under, they'll give you like the time. You'll be able to pick a day, and they'll send you out it's out south, but it's really worth getting a ride out there to this warehouse, where the firefighters be at to distribute the toys, because they give you like a bag of toys for each kid. So you might want to check that out. I'll put that information on our group page, but where I did find it at is at 211centralohio.org is the website you can go to, or you could simply just call 211 and they'll give you that information. It's like calling 411 for information. When it comes to Central Ohio help, you can call 211, and 211 give you information on emergency shelter, other pantries, just assisting once tax season coming around, tax assistance. They give you all type of resources that you would need. So 211 is a good information resource when it comes to getting help for things. So I would definitely check out those things when it comes to getting some things for your kids. You know, you might need a couple extra things. You know, and then it's not necessarily just for the poor, but if you just meeting it and you might need a few extra things, or you can't get a lot of stuff for your kids like you think they should have or think they deserve, you know, these decent little programs to check out. And also, as far as entertainment, something family wise, something for y'all to go do. They got what is called a Columbus Winter Fair. And that's at 717 East 17th, which is also the fairgrounds. That's at the Expo Center. And that's this weekend, December 1st through the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. And there you can find, excuse me, I'm like caught up over here. More than 400 vendors selling their art, jewelry, craft, clothing, decorations, and more, activities and exhibits for the holidays. Something that you can go purchase some things, some sightsee, looking some different type of stuff. It's $7 to get in. Kids 12 and under is free, and $5 parking, which I hate. I'm like, why do you got to pay for parking for stuff like that? But whatever, something for you to do. And that's pretty much all I got right now. It's getting cold, so if you work out, which I still condone, if you don't have a gym membership and you like the outdoors, you can still go out and get you some exercise in. Just make sure you wear you some warm clothes that will keep you dry. I mean, you don't want to focus on just being warm. You want to focus on being dry also, because if you sweating and you letting that air get to you, you risking chance you might catch pneumonia, you might get sick or something like that. But I still definitely, it's going outside to exercise when it's cold out. It's still fun. Get that good fresh air in your lungs and all that good stuff. Take a walk.
I was thinking that maybe I'm sleepy.
Take a walk. It is fun in nature. I'm a nature type of person. I like science. I love nature. So to take a good walk on a nice brisk cold afternoon, cold morning.
Brisk cold. December.
Let me see the
cold. Ohio ain't no brisk unless you drink.
No. December in Ohio right now is 50 degrees. You feel me?
Unless you drink it.
So. No. You feel me?
Today, because we in Ohio, but tomorrow we'll have 12 inches. But
still, you're an outdoorsy type of person, and you don't have no gym membership. You feel like you want to get out the house from these kids. Take your butt outside, take a walk, dress warm, and drink your water.
Is anybody going to the Universal Circus while it's here?
Oh, let me take that back. That is also here. Me and my baby girl, we went last night, and it is the bomb. Right. They will be here till.
Give me some clarity. Because I heard that them niggas was dressing up them pit bulls for the Lions.
No.
Who said? I wasn't taking my kids to that shit.
Dressing up pit bulls for Lions? I heard
the Lions was pit bulls.
There's no lions.
Lions and tigers, pit
bulls. There's not even no cages.
Mine.
There's animals.
Ain't no cages.
There's no, they don't, they got the camels and the zebras and the elephants.
Dressing up the lions. Dressing up the pit bulls as lions.
You heard a lie. I was just there last night.
Yeah, because when you posted that video and I seen somebody flipping and flying in the air, I'm like, where the hell is she?
It's really worth going to see.
I want to go. I want to
good music. Yes, it is dope. Last year, my first year going, and I told myself I will be going every year it comes here.
Was it packed?
Mm-hmm. It had a nice crowd. Yes, for it to be a Wednesday, it was a nice crowd. But you already know Friday and Saturday is gonna be stacked.
I ain't went to the University,
and it's at East Lamar.
When are they here?
Okay, so they're here till Sunday.
They only here until this Sunday.
Yeah, they're here just till Sunday, and they have shows at 10 in the morning, 12. No, it's 12:30 afternoon. I'll take that back. 12:30 afternoon, and then they have the 7 o'clock show. And I'm telling you how much is worth it is. The show's 3 hours.
How much?
3 hours.
3 hours. I went there at 7 o'clock last night. I swear we was walking out at 9:55.
Oh, you gonna get your money's worth?
You get your money's worth. And our ticket was only $19.50. The tickets we had, and I recommend if you can get the cheaper ticket, get the cheaper ticket because ain't no bad seat in the house. Ain't no bad seat in the big top, and it's a real live big top tent. In East Lamar,
I don't want to get that,
and it's not cold. It's heated, and you having so much fun. On top of you already being heated.
I've never been.
Me and my baby, we took our jackets off. We was hot.
The Universal Circus is jumping. Now,
it goes down.
Since they got rid of the midget. I ain't been back. That was a couple
years. I ain't been there since
there's no midget. Y'all using the wrong term.
Is he back?
Little people.
I'm sorry. The vertical challenge.
Yeah. What they call it?
Zeke.
You know the host of it.
Because I went back one year. I said, where to do that? He said, who? I said, the midget Zeke. He was like, he went to another circus. I said, why the fuck come?
Zeke know where it's at, apparently.
Politically correct. She like,
I'm sorry, the vertically challenged man.
I have to.
He said the vertical.
I mean, now that I know Zeke is back, I'm coming.
It's the bomb. So
it's here till Sunday. I definitely will be taking Colin next year.
It's here.
You get $2 off. You bring a Coca-Cola can. You know how they do.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, because
I'm sure you can go to universalsoulcircus.com or ticketmaster.com.
Okay, we're gonna pass the mic to
Y'all crazy.
Miss what?
Miss Hotspot. Y'all know what it is. So let's see. I did find a couple of things. So like you said, do I?
I found like a couple of things.
Oh, sorry, because I'm still in my work mode. So I got my white girl hat on. So we got the hip hop Nutcracker. If y'all interested, is here in Columbus, December the 5th. That will be at the Columbus Association for Performing Arts. I actually want to go to that.
The hip hop Nutcracker. I think I've seen that.
Interesting.
I haven't been.
When is it? I want to go. That sounds dope though.
It does sound dope. And then on December the 6th, they have the Black Girl Magic Holiday Drive. On Wednesday. This is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's being hosted at the Copious on South High Street. They are saying join Franklin County Children's Services Malika Mentoring Program for a night to celebrate the beauty, power, and resilience of Black girls. Please bring a culturally specific holiday gift that promotes self-love, acceptance, and reaffirms the inherent value of Black girls. Suggested gifts include apparel, accessories, baby dolls, art, skin and hair care products, and books.
Wands shit.
All right. And then you said, did we find out when Luffy's concert was at Express Live?
It's this Saturday, right? Did I say Saturday?
Oh, okay.
Was it Saturday?
Let me look again.
Okay, while you find that, the Zoo Lights is here. So y'all get y'all's tickets, go see Zoo Lights. I'm going this year. I'm taking my goddaughter.
Is that the one that you drive through?
The Zoo Lights? No, you walk through that.
So are the animals still out?
In the cold.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. You probably won't get none in Africa.
I ain't hip to the Zoo Lights. What's that?
At the zoo?
Where
the wild lights at the zoo. That's what I should say. Where the zoo, they put lights, like how many they use, like 10 million lights or something crazy.
Yeah, something crazy.
It's just everything. Like everything is lit up with just Christmas lights. You just go up there to the zoo, walk around, look at Christmas lights.
30th.
Some of the animals are still out.
It's tonight.
Oh, it's tonight?
It was the 30th.
Oh, okay.
It's
well, hey,
right now.
You know, Express Live. If you ain't down there, get down there.
T Grizzly and Gotti, right?
T Grizzly and whoever.
Yo Gotti.
Luffy D, the only one I know because I don't listen to the other two. I don't even know nothing they did.
Yo Gotti, y'all know what Yo Gotti did?
Which song?
Yo Gotti is?
Yo Gotti.
I probably know the song, but I don't know him.
You don't know Yo Gotti?
Quit playing.
Even I know Yo Gotti.
Listen, when I say I really don't. No.
Which
one?
Break it down. Back it up.
Okay.
Oh, you disqualified.
Hell, they all got names that sound alike. Shoot, I done mixed them up. I be thinking one is the other.
I really forgot.
Oh, okay.
I really forgot who.
I know him by the song. I don't.
You only rapper don't got little in front of his name.
He should maybe. Okay. Anything else on your list?
No, that's all I have right now for this week.
So I wanted, just to put that out there, that your lovely ladies here at Curvilinear Radio will be on New York Fashion Week.
Oh, yes. In February.
February 8th through the 11th, we will be in New York, my ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We are going to be for New York Fashion Week.
New York Fashion Week.
Women of size are going to be there. You just don't know how
this is history,
hard it
baby.
is. It's hard for us to be able to be in any show in New York.
We're breaking ground in February.
Plus size in New York stops at 8 really, and they'll stretch it to 12 depending on who the show is for.
Right.
So for us women of real size to be in, this is just
with a capital.
It's
dope.
dope.
Looking out to Miss Graham for breaking that glass.
Miss Leah Gardner, I love her so much. Miss
So
Queen
we coming
worked
through,
hard
baby.
for us, and we love her tremendously. We're going to try to get her on the show. I'm gonna try to see if we can get her on the show before we leave for New York Fashion Week, because I definitely would like her in here, even if it's just for a second. Her story is phenomenal. Her background is phenomenal. So it's definitely inspiration. So we're going to get up out of here. I just want to.
Before that, one more too.
Oh, yes, we're going to be walking December 17th in Curvilinear Boutique.
Yes,
if y'all don't know, that is a nationwide boutique. Like, this is phenomenal. It's based in Detroit.
She got like 100 models.
Yes, she's got like 100. So this is dope. Like, to have went down to Detroit and been casted for her. For her is And she has a website. This isn't like just a store.
That's gonna be here.
That's gonna be in Detroit.
In Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to ride with me? I need somebody to ride with me.
Yeah, because I was gonna give you my phone to get footage anyway.
Okay, I'm serious though. I need somebody to ride with me.
I like the curves. I wrote.
Yeah, I got somebody to ride with me. So I'm so excited. So I wanted to. We're gonna close out. I cannot drive. You know I hate to drive. You know I hate to drive. So
Trust me.
Hope you drive.
Did he just call a whip appeal?
You would rather her drive.
Baby face.
You would rather ride with her than Kiki's crazy.
No, but we're gonna get there safely and with a few minutes of space.
Listen, my plan was to ride with Kiki, but Kiki's unpredictable ass.
We ride with another motherfucker this weekend.
See?
You taking niggas out?
Kiki one of them people. She'd be like, "Well, are you alive?
Listen.
Did you make it alive?"
All right then.
Are you one of them?
Yes.
She is one
of them.
90 all the way there.
Yes.
But did you?
It was just a stop sign.
Exactly. We got the Cincinnati in about what? 45, a smooth 45 minute.
45
It
minutes.
was not 45 minutes.
Hour 15.
It was not.
Hour 15.
It was like an hour 20.
Hour 20.
That shit like 2 hours.
No,
It
we
is
got there in
not.
an hour
Like
20 minutes.
borderline,
Like,
as soon as we get in there, like we ain't deep in Cincinnati.
It's like 40 minutes.
We had to get there.
Exactly. I'm like, I took that trip at least 3 times a week when I was with my ex.
we got
like,
Jeffersonville like 20 minutes.
Okay, we gonna get out of here. Listen, Linda, we gotta get out of here. We went over a minute. So,
okay.
I just want to thank you. Shut up.
We all still here alive talking
Kiki
about
is
it.
mad. Kiki mad.
Listen, I'm about to silence all of y'all's mics.
My brakes work.
Listen, so we about to get up out of here. I just want to say I thank you all for tuning in, and I thank Mr. Scopes for coming in and blessing us with his presence. Do you have anything up and coming going on? No.
He didn't love us coming to the show.
Chilling.
No album dropping soon.
I got a whole bunch of them coming. I do. I got a battle December 16th.
Then you can't go with me to that
shots fired. Why not?
Because I have to leave there. I have to leave there on the 16th.
I thought you. What?
The show is the 17th, but I have to be there
on the 16th.
Oh,
because we're gonna turn up just a little bit, in
Yeah.
Detroit. We
don't know what time exactly.
Well, why don't you find that out? Because we could work it. You know what I mean? Like I could battle first and then leave.
Man, you trying to get. Y'all talk about it later.
We'll talk about it. So I have to go.
Battle Island.
No, I want to say thank you to Mr. Jaeamour.
Yes,
we're gonna have him back, guys, because his tips are phenomenal. I love them. I love them. And those little tidbits, the percentages and the genes and all that.
Listen, I'm about to go gene shopping this weekend.
Them was deep tips right there. I'm telling you, he about to be my new guru. So I just want to say, I want y'all to put in the mindset of knowing who, we said this repeatedly, knowing who you are and knowing your worth and what you are bringing to the table. Because once you know who you are and what you, how valuable you are as a person, you won't allow other people to abuse you mentally or physically, male or female. So you can't tell somebody you love them and you don't love yourself. And the result of not loving yourself is allowing someone else to abuse you and you not know that that's wrong, period. So please get one with yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. Have a long time with yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Hug yourself. Whatever you got to do to get yourself connected with you, to know who you are, because sometimes alone time is the best time that you will ever have in your life. Because if you can't have alone time with you, why somebody else want to have alone time with you?
Amen.
Tell a nigga to go on a date with himself.
You take yourself out and treat yourself.
A date for a man could be going to shoot pool. It could be going bowling.
Fellas.
It could go to the movies. It could be going to the library. It could be going for a cup of coffee.
On a date. That's being lonely as hell.
No, it's not. Stop. No, it's not.
Fellas, do not go on no date
I ain't
with
lie.
yourself.
That is some straight females.
Do not find yourself in no bowling alley and you the only nigga throwing the strikes and spares.
They don't think you're practicing.
And don't let women beat on you. I'm out here.
I hate him. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please love yourselves unconditionally. That's all I'm going to say. And we will see y'all next week. We are going to have some girl chats. We're going to have a couple of our curvilinear. We've added them to our curvilinear team because they are curvy figure women, and they are also our sisters in modeling. So they will be here next week. We'll introduce them as well with our flyers, so you'll know who they are because they are beautiful. They've been here before, so just tune in so you can know who we're speaking on.
What are we talking about?
Next week's show.
Okay.
Y'all wasn't listening. See, I'm gone. We're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and play Blame Famous. Out of here. See y'all next week. Again, we're going to be talking about girls chat, and that is going to be about resolutions versus irrevolutions. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Bye.
You ain't gonna give me the eye.
Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain I done been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up these pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. I was told if I didn't push work and pop guns in my raps that I wouldn't go far. Wouldn't get money, wouldn't get that honey, wouldn't get that rep, wouldn't get that car. I was stuck in it for a minute. I wonder what could I do if I put my true self in the bars. Had to make changes. My heart pours and every letter my pen illustrates. I'll apply for your front spot on my dinner plate. Mine go when the line flow mean and pour heartstring and crush egos in one rhyme scheme. Hard to be what I'm called to be. Industry make it artistically hard to breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I can't